Awesome. Thank you very much. So, 5 minutes into our meeting already, but let's just quickly get started. So because this session is going to be, it's not really long, I have a structure around
Okay.
how this will go. And so I'll just ask you a couple of questions. You can ask me your own questions. You can introduce yourself, just tell me about your past, your present, and what you're hoping to achieve in the future, let's say 2023. Also, if you have your CV and your portfolio, I can have a look at that. And then thereafter, I can then share with you some next steps. So please just go ahead, you can introduce yourself here.
Okay, I'm Rabiat. So I'm a product designer and I currently work at like that. So I started my design journey back in 2020. Yes. So I got to know about design through a changing internship. And so that was how I started my journey. And after the internship, I continued learning about design. I became more curious about design. And I joined few communities of designers and I kept learning on my own at some point. So at some point, I took on some paid courses and in 2021, around March last year, I got my first design role. And since then, I've been working as a designer.
Mhm.
Yes.
Awesome. So you got your first role. Where was that?
Venture Labs.
Oh, awesome. Venture Labs. That was March 2021. Awesome. So after that, how long did you work there?
Uh, about 5 months. It was a
Right.
freelance job.
Oh, it was a freelance job. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so the current role you have now, is that a full-time role?
Yes, a full-time role.
How has it been?
That's been good. There's a lot to do and there's a lot of learning as well. And I'm enjoying that. And yes, so it's been good for me.
Like that. That's the name of the company in
Yes,
Amsterdam.
yes.
Okay, where are you based?
Uh, Actually, I'm based in Jersey, Saint area.
Okay.
But currently I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, okay. You're based in Jersey. Awesome. Okay. And I know there are a couple of jerseys in this word. Which of the jerseys?
Channel Island.
Um, okay, that one. We are in the UK, kind of. It's not actually,
Yes.
actually in the UK
Yes.
because all these islands they kind of work autonomously, I guess. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, so you're based in the UK. I'm just curious though. On what visa are you in the UK?
Dependent visa.
Dependent.
Spousal.
Ah, awesome. Okay. All right. That is cool. That's awesome. Okay, so I have some other questions. You have your CV and portfolio here for me to look at.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so while you are getting that, what exactly do you want me to help you with? What are you hoping to achieve in, say, 2023 that you need help with?
Actually, I'm looking to get a new job in the UK. So I'm looking for portfolio review on how I can improve my portfolio or the case study, what sort of improvement I can make, and also a review on my CV.
Okay, okay, awesome. So you earlier said you like your current job. So I'm wondering what exactly are you looking forward to in a new job that you don't currently have? I would like some specifics so I can know how to help.
Actually, my current job pays in Naira.
Oh, why? But it's a UK company.
Yes, but the founders are Nigeria based.
Ah, them. Okay. All right. Okay, I understand. So you're looking for a UK job that will pay you in foreign currency.
Yes.
That's very important too. That's important. Okay, cool. I kind of understand your challenges. I'm based in the UK too, so all
When
right.
do you care?
I am currently in England, Middlesbrough.
Okay. My
Yeah.
friend stays there. I have a friend that stays there.
Oh, in Middlesbrough.
Yeah, she's schooling there.
Awesome. Interesting. My husband is schooling here. So okay. So do you have you dropped your link to your no, not yet. Please
Let
check
me quickly
the link
have
in
that.
the chat. So have you been, while you are trying to do that, have you been applying for jobs?
Yes, I have applied for few jobs,
What kind of jobs?
but
What
uh,
companies? What kind of companies?
uh, mostly small size company, like
Startups.
startups.
Okay.
Yes,
Why did you specifically choose startups, or just those are just the ones you've been applying to?
yes, those are just the ones I've been applying to.
Okay. All right. On what platform have you been finding these jobs?
Mostly LinkedIn, Total Jobs,
Okay.
then
Jobs.
Indeed.
Mhm. And how has the job hunt been so far?
Stressful and not being successful.
Okay. So have you been getting any call back for interviews, anything at all?
Yes, yes. I think I got about five
Five
call back.
callbacks for interviews?
Yes, and I did some interview, but I never got through the first stage.
Hmm. Well, that is interesting. That's actually very interesting. What did they say was the problem? What do you suspect is the problem?
Few were, I think few were like experience. Yeah, so they were like they
Experience.
needed more experience for the role.
Okay.
And I think one I applied for, they were like they needed someone who was um more into UI
Okay.
than UX. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you are more into UX, is that right?
Yes, both actually.
Why do you think they said they want someone more into UI? Is it because of your portfolio? I want to know what you suspect is the problem before we
Okay,
try.
they stated that they already had someone who was working um for who was doing the UI for them. So they didn't need someone for that.
Oh, they had someone who was doing the UX, you mean? That was doing the UX already, but they okay, so they wanted more of a UI role. Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. All right, that's fine. Yes, I'm looking at the link you sent, rabiatmustapha.com. By the way, pretty cool. I like, yeah, pretty cool. So I'm just glancing through it to just trying to put myself in the shoes of a recruiter. So the people you've spoken to up to the first stage, they are recruiters, right?
Yes, they were recruiters.
Okay, cool. So I think that's how they mostly do it here. So there are 3 projects in your portfolio. So let me tell you something. So the day
Mm-hmm.
that someone told you, someone said something about your experience, that is
Mm-hmm.
usually you get those kind of feedbacks mostly as a result of the fronts you put. It depends on how you, what's the word, package yourself. Let me say it that way, right? Firstly, you
Yeah.
made a mistake by putting on your website that you have 2+ years experience. That right there is an error already. You only put your years of experience when it is a lot of years of experience. When you say you have just 2 years of experience, you're already telling them upfront, I don't have the experience you're looking for. That is just it. So that one there is the first red flag already. And what you need to focus on is more of what's the value you're going to bring to the table. What have you done in the past, and how can you bring that to the new company? That is all they care about in the real sense of it. Even if you see a job description that states and they want five years of experience, or they want this 1 years of experience, in the end, that's not really what they care about. What they really care about is whether you can do the job. Have you done it before, and can you do it again? That's all. So that basically means that your years of experience is not really the point. So that's just what I'm trying to say with that. So I'm looking at, let me just look at any one of your projects, and let's see what that's loading up. I'm also looking at your CV. The same thing, years of experience, get rid of it. What you should focus on is, yes, skill that translating business object. That part is important. I'm seeking a reputable company where I can optimize. I don't know why people used to write those kind of things in your CV. I don't know why you guys do it. I don't think that is really necessary. Which company will say they are not reputable, or or to build usable products, grow revenue, achieve. Those are what I call fluff, right? Those kind of things you just put there to fill up the space. Get rid of it. You don't need anything that is just to fill up the space. Experienced recruiters, experienced hiring managers can see through those things. Only things that actually mean something I should put there. That doesn't really mean anything. So, but saying you're skilled at translating business objectives and user needs into a functional product experience, that is not too bad, but then it doesn't give too much insight. What exactly are you really, really, really good at? Which part of UX design do you enjoy the most? For instance, those are kind of things you can put in that part. And I think it should be called summary, not objective, I guess. That's more like, or profile, something like that. Let's see, skills and competence, blah blah blah. You can put your soft skills, you can put that down, because the hard skills are usually what they are looking for first. So you can put things like wireframing, visual design, blah blah blah. You can put that one up. User research, those ones too. All those hard skills can be up. Then the softer skills like communication skills and all those ones can be lower. Let's see. Tools. That is fine. You don't need to put Microsoft Office to suits, like irrelevant to your job as a product designer. That's your cup of tea. If you like, now if you like, don't know how to use it. You still get the job or not get the job. I think the ones that might be relevant to put is something like Jira. Are you familiar with Jira? Yeah. Are you familiar with Jira?
No.
Okay, so maybe just do some research. Those kind of tools for team management, Jira, Linear. I don't know if people still use Trello, but they used to use it once upon a time. I think Jira is also called Atlasia. I cannot pronounce that right, but Jira, that's a very, very popular one. Which other one I used to use? Asana. They're basically just check for product or project management tools that they use in teams. So those are some things that they might want to see. Let's see. Let's see. Do you not use Sketch?
No.
Still put it there and go out and go online and go and just check out a few videos about it. All the tools are very similar, but it's a good thing for you to add it just in case the team you want to work with is using Sketch. You would not now cancel yourself just because of that. I'm saying this because you already have a session called tools. But I think that what might be more important to someone looking through this might be more of the project you've worked on. So if you can find a way to organize your skills and competence and tools to show side by side or something like that, so that experience can come up more, something like that, then Let's see. Okay, stand down. Build functional, usable, experience. So when you say build functional, usable, and delightful experiences across like that B2C, okay, well, that's not too bad. But basically, when you want to document under your experience, look at it more from the angle of impact. What's the impact you have on the team rather than just responsibilities? So think of it that way. Anything you want to document, look at it from the point of view of what impact did I have on the team, what impact did I have on the design itself, what impact did I have on the company, stuff like that. Impact, basically. Um, let's see. Okay. I think I like that it's just 2 pages, not too much stress. So those things I said, just try to make those amendments. Looking at your portfolio. Mm, yeah, I think that your portfolio is not bad, but you can make do with more what's it called, more graphics, more pictures. For instance, under research, where is the image for say the result of the research, the what's it called, affinity map, if you did something like that. I can see information architecture, but that's going more towards UI design. Um, User persona, well, just one persona. I'm not really a fan of personas anyway. I just think personas are one of those things we just do in UX design for no good reason. There's no real data that you bring from a persona, in my own opinion. But affinity mapping is something I think that is even much more relevant. But even if you don't have that, I think you're like looking at this particular case study, pays fast. It seems too heavy on too much text. No one will actually see, well, I know I would not sit down to read all of this as a hiring manager. I would just glance through like, okay, what's the overview? So digital learning platform, that's probably all I'll read there. Okay. Why redesign? I'll just read the bullet points. User find the flow and navigation of the app confusing. General UI of the app looks outdated and archaic. But then when I read that, I'll be like, how did you know? How did you come up with that conclusion? Is what I'll just think. Like, you can't just tell me that the user found the flow and navigation of the app. According to what data? Was there some research that's been done before? So that's probably something I would think. Then let's see. Let's see, 1 second. Yeah, let's see, goals, user goal, loan access. So you've written more of this from a business point of view. You've said, even though you call it user goal, loan access, users can pick, these are more of business goals. I would rather have like focus more on the research part, um understanding the problem. You said discovery. You said you recruited some participants to carry out some usability tasks. How many participants? What kind of usability tasks? Okay, you said using the think aloud protocol, but you put that in bracket. That is the most important information, I would say there. You did usability test. How many of them? What way did you actually do the research? Was it remotely? Was it face to face? Or where did you meet them? Why did you even need to do a a research? So you can put that one in bullet points, like 5 participants, for instance. Maybe even some pictures of your research with them, something like that. So rather than just like documenting discovery, heuristic analysis, you need to flesh them out. Like the heuristic analysis, which of them did you do? You can't just, we don't need to define to us what heuristic analysis is. Any hiring manager that is reading through this knows what heuristic analysis is. So you are saying heuristic analysis is a procedure used to identify, that is fluff. Nobody, it's not necessary there. So what I would recommend you do for your whole portfolio and even your CV is think of it as if it's a product. Think of it as if you're creating a product or building a product for certain users. In the real sense of it, the users are the hiring managers. So think of it that way. Put yourself in the shoes of the hiring manager, as if you're a hiring manager. How would you think about it? How would you look at your portfolio if you were the hiring manager for the role? So also, another thing I would say is that when you look at your portfolio, if there are any low quality case studies there, get rid of it. Even if it's only one case study you end up having there, you know that, okay, this is how much work I need. I need to get more. Even if you have nothing, you know that, okay, my portfolio is not ready. The reason is because when you send out your link, rabiatmustapha.com, you cannot guarantee which of them that the hiring manager will click on. Chances are that they might not click on the first one that you think maybe is the best of your work. They might go all the way down and click on the last one and judge you based on that. So always always think of it like a product. Okay. What else? So I think those are the things I've noticed in this short period of time. What I've been trying to do is like diagnostics, like a doctor, trying to see if like how your past and your present can link to what you want, which is to get a better job, to get a UK job, and to see if I can help you. By the way, I have done quite a lot of UK interviews since I came to this UK. Just arrived here like about 3 months now, not up to. And I've done a lot of interviews, actually, a lot. I even did a lot before I got here. I got a role. I got a job actually before we arrived here, but it was somewhere close to where we are supposed to go to before, which was in Scotland. Their office was supposed to be a hybrid role. But because we changed our destination, I had to turn down the job. I could not for the life of me be commuting about 3 hours to and fro. So I came to the UK, I did not have a job. Then started the whole process all over again. And so I totally understand the whole struggle. I have a couple of offers now. So for though they are senior product design roles, but it's like I totally get the challenge, to be honest. I know that feeling, especially when you're the dependent. Yeah, so now I have one last question that I missed, or two actually. No, three. So where would you say you are? Are you junior or mid or senior designer?
I would say I'm moving towards mid.
Okay. Okay. Then would you say you're a creative person?
I wouldn't say I'm a creative person, but I try to be creative as much as I can.
Explain that.
Like how do I explain? Like I'm not really the type that's able to maybe come up with ideas easily, or yes, do things that should I say out of norm.
Okay, so where would you say your strength is?
I would say my strength is UX design.
Okay, so UX design is huge, right? So
Yes.
UI design is a part of UX design. So if you say your strength is UX design, you just confused me right there.
I would say more of user research.
Research, okay. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So my last question for now is, what is your salary expectation?
My salary expectation actually is within 40 to 50 pounds.
As per annum.
Yes, per annum.
Okay, 40 to 50K per annum. Okay, that's pounds, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, so what I've, like I said, what I've been trying to do is more of like diagnostics. I've also been trying to see if it's something I can help you with. And this is supposed to be one of several sessions. I have 4 sessions in January next month already. And it's going to be a group session, very small group, between 5 to 10 people. And
Okay.
it's going to be more focused on getting a job. In short, it is 100% focused on getting a job. It's not one where we'll be talking about basics of product design or how to carry out a research or how to do one thing in Figma. No, none of that. It will be more of things like what platforms you need to be on, how should your public profiles look like, how do you optimize your LinkedIn profile, because these days these recruiters do more of headhunting than
Yes.
they don't really wait for result of vacancies like that. So it's more of headhunting. Uh,
Yes.
like I used to tell people, on an average, I get like 2 to 3 new DMs on LinkedIn for new jobs. So I get those like weekly. Well, except this period of time. This is close to the end of the year. So that's to say that your LinkedIn profile is so important.
Yes.
Um, Also, I'll be assisting with like reviewing your CV, which I've done a little bit of, helping you clean it up. The same thing with the portfolio. Then cover letter. Have you been using cover letters and applying?
Yes, I have.
Okay, I would have loved to hear your cover letter, but we're actually out of time. So let me just tell you a little bit about cover letter. So cover letter is like, I know it's underestimated by a lot of people, but cover letter is something I never feel on sending. And I believe that's been part of why it's almost easy for me to get a job.
Mm.
If I put my mind to it, in just a few months, I'll get a really good one. And it's because, well, aside my experience, of course, but it's because I've been able to articulate my experience, my interest, and my personality into how I'm going to help them make more money. So cover letter is like your voice in the room. It's not just something you put together and use to apply for several roles. There are certain things that are very, very, very important when it comes to your cover letter. And it's something that is usually underestimated. It's almost like a pre-interview. That's how your
Yes.
cover letter is. So it's not just a situation where you introduce yourself, hi, just like everybody. So the first paragraph is so important. It's not just like introducing yourself, I am this, I am a product designer, blah, blah, blah. I see a lot of cover letters and I'm like, oh no. You need to shine forth your personality through your cover letter. And so I'll be assisting with that. Then mock interviews. This one is very important. Especially if you're proactive and you're already applying for roles. I'll be assisting with like some mock interviews. Okay, how many stages should you expect? What are the red flags when you hear these kind of things in an interview? Run for your life, salary negotiation, things like that. Then, lastly, specializations. The question I asked you about, what's your strength? I asked that
Yeah.
question because it's very important for you to have like something that is, how do I explain it? Like an anchor, like something that holds you, because when the going gets tough, which it will,
Yes.
it's what would keep you like, okay, this is why I'm still doing what I'm doing, because I love helping users through blah 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 and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what the session will be. There'll be 4 sessions, 4 sessions, most likely starting first week in January, either first or second week in January. And it's not going to be free. It's a paid
Okay.
session. It's cost £100. Well, I would have done conversion for you, but I think you're a bit familiar with pounds. I think Naira should be 80 something, 90 something. I don't know what is going on there. But it's £100. And yeah, so what I would do is I'll send you an email with the summary
Okay.
of our conversation and what your next steps would be. I have to quickly add that in that email, you see deadline for payment, which happens to be this coming Saturday, 24th. And firstly, the reason why there is a deadline is because there are certain things that you must do, some of which I've already told you to do already, your portfolio and your CV you must do before the session starts. Even if you pay and you don't do those things, I would not believe you're part of my session. So, and I know some of those things need time. So I will be sending another email after you make payments if you're interested. And then those things will tell you some more specifics as to certain things you must do. And yeah, I know those things probably take a week or two. That's why there's a deadline. Now, the second thing about the deadline is that certain people emailed me back asking for some concessions, like, oh, December 24th, I cannot have the whole money, or I cannot have the money. So that's based on one-on-one conversation. So I'm just saying this so that you not feel like, oh my, I'm just having this session now. I'm just hearing about it now. And 24th is just Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so Rabiat dropped off. I will just send an email to conclude this. See ya. Bye.